Hey guys, Maker Pro 77 here. Just doing a little bit of an update because I haven't done an update in quite a while. I've just been uploading videos. My account has now been monetized, which means I'm now making revenue from views of my videos as well as clicking on the ads in my videos. So I encourage you guys to click on my ads and view my videos quite a bit. Um, Today I'm going to explain a little bit on how performance outboard setups are done. So first of all, we're going to start off with a standard outboard gear case, and I'll just do a little bit of an illustration here for you. Um, so this is your skag right here, like that, and then you got your prop shaft right here, and then your cavitation plate there, and then continuing up to the midsection. So on most stock outboards, you're looking at the water intakes are here, 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 and here, or somewhere along there. I know on some motors they're further ahead, like they're more here, like a little bit further ahead, but basically that is the basically where they are. So when you're setting up a surface piercing setup, right? In most cases, and from what I've learned in my experience and from reading about this stuff, is it's more efficient for the propeller to be spinning half in the water and half out. So when we look at that and we say, in most normal boats, right, when you set up the boat, the cavitation plate is usually even with the bottom of the boat. So we'll call this the bottom of the boat right here. One second here. Call that the bottom of the boat, right? So in order to get yourself so that you have a surface piercing setup, you're going to want roughly um, half, a little less than half the propeller spinning, in the air, and half spinning in the water. So when we look at that, right, that's going to pose a bit of a problem, because what's going to happen is you're going to run into these outlets being in the air, sucking up air rather than water. And of course you need water to cool your engine because it's a water-cooled engine. So first of all, I'm going to explain the benefits of why we do this. What this is going to do is, like I said, it's going to increase your propeller efficiency, so you'll be able to run higher RPMs and obtain higher speeds. So first of all, what you would need was a jack plate, which would be more up here and would go onto the midsection where it bolts to the boat. And what that'll do is it'll be able to allow you to be able to move the motor up and then down so that you can adjust how high you want it. So basically when you run into the water intake problem, you have a couple of options. Right here approximately is where your impeller housing is, right? Where you got your impeller in there, and it's your water pump that shoots water up to the power head, that surrounds the power head, and then gets pissed out at the piss hole. So one of the options is you can use when you get the motor jacked up to this point, you can use a transom water pickup, which is just a pickup that'll look something like this, and then it'll have water that goes through a tube and then will mount to your impeller housing. And what that's going to do is when your motor's high, right, and you got the water line is right about here. If that's sucking air, it's not going to matter, because the water will be coming into the transom water pickup and then going up and then into the impeller housing, which will keep your motor pumping water up to the motor, and you'll be fine. That's probably one of the more cheaper options. A lot of the high performance guys like to use what's called a nose cone. And a nose cone is, when you're doing speeds higher than 80 miles an hour, it's better for speeds of higher of 80 miles an hour, because it's more, I don't want to say aerodynamic, but it's better efficiency because it's sharper, and it's not as round as you see the bullet is right here. The bullet will look something like this, and then it'll jut out like this, and then it'll come back in. And what's going to happen is, with this, these intakes right here are just going to be completely gone. They'll be filled in, and we'll have to worry about them anymore. And then what'll happen is you'll have a couple intakes, one here, one here. I mean, there's different. You can get 4-hole, you can get 2-hole, you can drill more holes, whatever, right? So what that's going to do is your water is going to be going in from here, and it's going to be picked up here, which means, I mean, you can run the motor here, right? Which, I mean, if this isn't a scaled to drawing, but that means, you know, you're still going to have your water pickups in the water. So what this will do as far as getting the water to the water pump is you'll have a hose that goes from here to the impeller housing, and then it will transfer water from the intakes up to the impeller housing. That way you'll be able to run the motor higher and be able to run the propeller more efficiently, and usually end up with a higher top end speed. I'm going to be releasing a couple more videos that have to deal with basically explaining different kinds of hulls and how they can, and when you have this kind of surface piercing setup, how they can help with when you're up at higher speeds, and everything that's associated with that. Thanks for watching. Click my ads, subscribe, like, comment. Thanks.